So before this episode, I don't know about you, I wasn't that intrigued of the Fatima storyline. Of course, it was in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, she's fingering bloody wounds. Good for her, whatever. Is it a demon baby? Is there a baby? Is she a zombie? Is she turning into a zombie? I was also like, Ellis is pointless, but I was more so focused on Jade and Tabitha figuring this whole thing out. But after tonight, after she shanked Tilly, I am invested. I don't know about you, Gabe.
Why did Tilly tell her to run?
You have to run.
Why?
Right.
Why did she tell her she needs to run?
So here's my thing. I think Tilly, it was advice. Now, a lot of people can be like, oh, she's like, there is rumors and theories that Tilly's always been bad, but I'm pretty sure she's a red herring. I think Tilly, as she was dying, was just looking out for Fatima and being like, you have to run. Because guess what? Next thing you know, people are going to find out. And what are they going to do? Put her in the box.
Okay, so that's fine. Where is she supposed to run? But more importantly, what is going to happen to her if she doesn't run? Like, I couldn't help but feel like Tilly's clearly giving her a warning. Something is about to happen. How does she know that? Is that the moment where she gives up the illusion that she actually is a baddie or might know more than she had been letting on? And at that moment of her death, she decided, I might as well tell her something here, which is you need to run. I'm dead.
Another possibility I was thinking of is potentially maybe they hide the body and kind of try to keep it under wraps. But the thing is, Fatima was kind of screaming, help, help, help. Now, Ellis came in. I don't know if anyone else heard her, but that's another possibility. But
I don't think that's going to be a problem. Ellis has no idea what is happening. He literally followed Fatima to that shed a few episodes ago. She's busy munching on rotten food, and he still didn't know. She had to spell it out for him and show him the food. He was like, what are you doing? Hunching over, crying.
But the thing is that I keep thinking about is the implications on our boy Boyd, who is just breaking down each episode. He's lashing out on Christy now, telling her to do her job. I mean, where's the old boy at? Think about it. When Dale was in concrete, he's over here spewing, this is my town. This is my town. He is losing it. This town is breaking him. And now, eventually, people are going to find out. And I'm thinking the box is going to be brought up. And who has to make that decision? Do you think Boyd is in the state of mind to make a groundbreaking decision whether to put his son's wife in the damn box? This town took it personal when he said, you don't break me. Because they're currently breaking him, but they're also kind of breaking everyone if we're being real.
Well, it's only going to further torment him. I think he's going to blame himself, possibly correctly, for these bad things that are happening to his daughter-in-law. The monsters pulled him aside and said, let's see if we can break you. Let's see if we can do that. And so how is he not going to equate these sorts of things with the decision he made to simply say that? Which, for the record, I'm shocked at how personal this entity takes that. Like, what would happen if they killed another monster? Or what would happen if they found their way out? Like, how bad will this place respond if all you have to tell it is, you can't break me, and it just turns the intensity up to 12?
It was also very shocking to me that Fatima just actually shanked Tilly because I wasn't expecting that to happen. Now, I kind of thought in my head maybe she would morph into a zombie and just kind of eat her face off. So I guess I kind of did expect it, but it was still very, very shocking. I don't know about you, but did you expect her to actually, make it happen?
Well, I'm getting used to the way they film this, and so as soon as she got up in Fatima's personal space behind her, and she was so distressed, I knew something was going to happen. I thought her fingernails were going to come out like one of the monsters, and she was going to slash her real quick. What I think happened is not just, oh, I'm stressed out, so I'm going to randomly freak out and stab you because I'm a little stressed out right now. I think the entity might have really took hold of her for the first time and not just showed like, I'm messing with your mind, but I can actually make you do things. The way that they really affected Sarah early on in the series. I mean, her physical torment was palpable. I think in that moment, the entity was probably screaming, "Stab her," or something like that.
I mean, you bring up Sarah, if we go back to her accidentally killing her brother, it was pretty much identical.
Oh my God, good point. It's the exact same situation.
Were there any other situations where like the monster took over someone like that scenario?
When Sarah was scribbling the note, it literally was not her controlling the pen. The entity controlled the pen through Sarah.
Also, I think this episode, could we say that there isn't a baby? And it's kind of like 90% positive that she's turning into a zombie. Is that fair?
I'm there. 100%. This is all a part of the game to break them. What better way to break all three of them than to go through something as traumatic as a miscarriage or something adjacent to a miscarriage? It's very traumatic for people and families. Now you've got that on top of everything else going on.
And not only that, but Donna bring up how she told Fatima it was a miracle when she told her she was pregnant. And what does the entity feed off of? That was kind of a moment where both characters and everyone around Fatima, it was a little bit of hope. It was a happy moment. A baby's coming, and they were happy for a bit. So it's just feeding more hope into the town, which it feeds off of. So going back to the whole breaking Boyd thing, a lot of From people in the community were saying the biggest way to break Boyd is to kill Ellis. But I feel like this is arguably even worse.
I think we can also say that the entity is winning at that. He is breaking. He's basically broken. He's about to go fisticuffs with a lady cop in the middle of the post office. He's snapping at everyone. It's basically done. He's broken.